You are what you are, whether you like it or not. Life is easier if you figure out what you are and just embrace it. That was my dad, someone who was true to his nature right up through the end of his life. My dad was the most intellectual man I have ever known, and he never even went to college. He read just about every book ever written, loved classical music, never missed a masterpiece theater, and listened to NPR incessantly. He was also born and raised in New Jersey, had a wicked sense of humor, and grew to manhood in the Navy. So he could, and regularly did, swear like a sailor. In honor of his memory, I'm about to do the same. No, seriously, it's gonna be bad. My dad had 3 favorite expressions: motherfucker, get the fuck out of here, and what the fuck. And each one of them came with its own unique visual cue. Motherfucker was used in cases of extreme pain or harm to the person, like if he stubbed his toe, or if he filled in a New York Times crossword puzzle answer on the wrong line in pen. I mean, what else could you say if not motherfucker? Get the fuck out of here, or as he would say, get the fuck out of here, was used sometimes literally, like if the dog got under your foot, but it was also used if you tried to give him something unacceptable, like overcooked eggs, undercooked pasta, or made a statement like, I don't think George W. Bush is the worst president ever. Get the fuck out of here. And then there was what the fuck. What the fuck was an expression of confusion, like, what's with all this traffic? But it was also a way of passing judgment on someone's inappropriate or moronic behavior, like if you tried to watch reality TV at his house. I mean, what the fuck? When my dad got sick, he had cancer for over 4 years, but when he got real sick at the end, he couldn't really talk anymore. He was reduced to sort of mumbling and one-word responses like yeah or no. There was this moment a few days before he died where we were all sitting on the bed and he mumbled something, so we leaned in close and said, "Say it again, Dad," and then he mumbled it again. We couldn't understand him, and so we didn't get that final declaration we were all hoping for. On the last morning, he woke up and just said pee, which, in case you can't figure it out, meant he had to go to the bathroom. My sister and I were both in the room, but we didn't want to make him feel uncomfortable, letting him know there were females around, so my brother and uncle got him propped up and ready to do the deed. But he just sat there. He didn't lift his head, he didn't open his eyes, and he didn't pee. My uncle said, "Dave, you gotta pee?" No response. My brother said, "Dad, you gotta go to the bathroom?" No response. My sister has little kids, and she's always trying to be a mom. So when my dad still wasn't doing anything, she finally leaned over and said, "Dad, you gotta go pee-pee? You gotta make pee-pee?" In that moment, my dad rallied. He lifted his head, opened his eyes, looked directly at my sister, and said, "What the fuck?" And then he peed. He died later that day without uttering another word. More than anything, my dad was a shit kicker. And I know that he is so happy with himself for leaving us those as his last words.